I used AI to help me manage my budget, and the results were just amazing. What if your finances could manage themselves, where your bills are categorized and your subscriptions are also categorized, and yet even canceled if you're not using them, especially for those pesky ones that you sign up for 14 days or 30 days, but suddenly, because you forgot and, they sneak into your bills. So the AI tool that there are tools out there that you can use, especially AI tools that you can use that can automate all this stuff for you, keep track of your expenses, and enable you to cut down on what you're doing that's actually eating away at your finances. So if you find yourself like one of those guys where you're struggling with your finances, or at least try to keep track of everything else that goes around it, stay tuned because I have the tools just for you that's going to enable you to take control of those finances. So let's be honest, right? Let's first talk about budgeting. Budgeting sucks. And I remember a long time ago, I used to think budgeting was like the worst thing, or my philosophy was very skewed. My mindset was if you want to spend more money, make more money. Well, that's actually not right. Second, I remember one time, actually, I used to go to the gym all the time and I used to work out. And one of my goals were, of course, at that time, even then, quite a long time ago, to get a six pack abs, right? So to get six packs, I had four pack on top, but the bottom ones they were so stubborn. And I spent years. I can tell you, 5, 6, 7 years. I was going to the gym, trying to perfect, my nutrition and my exercises, and you just couldn't get to that final top of the hill, right? So I read this book that was I forgot the name, was Bigger, Leaner, Stronger by Matthews, and it changed my entire mindset. And of course, I didn't like calling it diet. Just so that you don't have to call this budget if you don't like the word itself. But the word diet always left a bad taste in my mouth because what, you diet for a period of time and you stop. So what are you gonna do with your budget? You're gonna budget for a period of time and then you're gonna stop? No, right? So instead of calling it a diet, instead of calling it a budget, you can call it something like a new way to live, or a new nutritional plan, or a new lifestyle change, really, which is something that we all need. And after a month of actually applying some of the concepts in that book, my entire uh, outlook changed. I did get the six pack and then some. I mean, I was ripped to shreds and I knew exactly what the form. And from that point on, everything changed. Something I was trying to do for years and I couldn't do it. And in 1 month, I was able to turn it around. So if you're struggling with keeping track of your finances, I can tell you, you're not alone because it doesn't matter how much you make. And I know you probably heard this all the time. It's about how much you keep. But think about it. There are people that actually make relatively low amount of money. Now that depends on where you live in the country, and this can vary. People make 60, 70, $80,000 or 50, I don't know. And they find a way to make it work. And some are actually quite comfortable. And you have people that are making millions. And I'm talking about millions yearly, and they struggle. And they some of them are living paycheck to paycheck, or they're more stressed out and they're more concerned about losing their finances and their ability to afford certain things, which is very scary to think about it. Which goes to tell you that if you do not have a plan, if you don't have a management plan on any aspect of your life for that matter, not even just budgeting, you in the dark, you're gonna hurt yourself, right? It doesn't matter how much money you make if you don't have something in place that enables you to effectively manage it. You're gonna land yourself in trouble. So that's a tidbit here. And once you start working on other aspects of your life and you start organizing and looking at things that way, I bet you from this channel, you're not just going to get away with how to budget your money, but also how to invest better, how to make your money work for you, how to keep most of your money where when you need it, right? How to put it to good use. Now you save, what else you can do with it? And once you start putting the building blocks together, you will find that it affects more than just your finances, right? Your relationship, spiritual life, your your physical life, and everything else in between. Because right? I read that book, Bigger, Leaner, Stronger. Not only did it help me obtain the body or the physical goals that I had at that time, but it also opened my mind with so many other things. Instead of running around and feeling stuff, you know, looking for all the fluff, if you focus your energy on what you need, you'll be surprised what the results can be. So let's jump into the three applications that I've used and I love using, that I find to be so useful, and I think you're gonna find them to be very, very powerful, and that you can add in your financial plan, right, to help you make the best of your money so that your cash can work harder for you. Okay, one of the first apps I wanted to talk about was Copilot Money. Copilot Money is this app that actually integrates extremely well with your banks, your credit card companies, and your subscriptions, and all of these things. Once you connect them and you link them to Copilot, what it does is in real time, Copilot actually tracks everything that you do, right? It keeps track of all your expenses in real time, and it can tell you, and it was able to tell me, hey, you're spending too much on eating out, or you can cut back on certain things like like entertainment, right? Because that's, to me, or at least for me, that was a weak point, but you may have different ones, right? So it helps you calibrate and understand where the weak points are, so that you can at least start to make better decisions. The second app that I wanted to talk about is Rocket Money. Rocket Money is actually an app that actually tracks all your subscriptions for you and cancels them when you don't need them, right? And or these apps where it's easy to sign up, but for some reason it's very, very hard to cancel the subscriptions when you no longer need it. So Rocket Money is an app that actually enables you to keep your subscriptions all together, and enables you to cancel the subscription for you as you need, right? So that you don't have to manually keep track of, like, 15, 20, 30 different subscriptions in your account. So the third app that I want to talk about is actually Tiller Money. Tiller Money, Tiller Money, is an app that it's a bit more customizable. So there's a bit more lifting on this one, where it actually takes all your finances and it imports them into Google Sheets, like a spreadsheet, right? So it keeps track of all your finances for you in a template, so that it can help you automate this process, and you can have a better visual as to exactly where your money is going. But the beauty of this is that now this Google Sheet, you can actually take this file, feed it to an AI like ChatGPT or Deeps, whatever application that you use, Claude, Copilot, whatever you want, and you can basically take this CSV file or Excel file of some sort, whatever, you save it as PDF, and it can then run analysis on all these for you. In fact, aside from all of this, if you just had ChatGPT, even without even spending a dollar yet, you could take, I don't know, if you do your billing online, you can take your credit card statement, save it in a PDF file, load it to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can do an analysis and tell you exactly where they find that you're spending a lot of money. And it's amazing how well it does at categorizing your bills, so that it can point you in the right direction. So there you have it, guys. This is my tidbit on how to use AI to help you manage your finances. I'm going to leave a link in the description under this below, and you're gonna be able to sign up. I don't have any affiliation with them, not yet anyhow, but it took me a while to be able to. It took me a while to build um, my finances to where they are now, and I'm happy to be in a place where I feel like, you know what, I have some value to offer to others, to help people, manage their finances. And a lot of people are like, you keep hearing all the time, everybody, I want to make money, I want to make money, I want to be rich. And you go online, there is no shortage of information, no shortage of videos on YouTube on how to make money, make $10 a day, $150 a day, two, $300 a day. But does anybody really ever take the time to tell you, well, yeah, you can make money, but what good is it if you don't manage your money? Because, and if there's one word that I will be using over and over in this channel, is balance, right? No more, not too much of anything. You don't want to become so frugal where you're not enjoying your life, but you also don't want to become so spendy, so someone who's spending so much that every month or every paycheck or every time between paychecks for that matter, you're stressed. Because again, think of your life as a pillar, as like this chain or this foundation that's made of so many different parts, and they all have to work together in order to keep that foundation solid, right? When one part is weakened, it tends to have an effect over the entire foundation. That could be in your relationship, spiritually, financially, physically, nutrition, health, so many other things. So the more you try to work and stabilize yourself in one aspect, you will be surprised. And many of us probably won't realize that, but it has so much more effect on other aspects in your life that you're probably not even thinking about. When you stress less, you realize there's so many other things that you do better in your life. When you sleep better, there are so many other results that it yields that you probably don't fully appreciate. So balance is the word that you will hear it often. Not, you know, too much this way, too much, but find a way to keep it balanced so that you can make the best of your money, of your time, of your life, of your happiness. And I guarantee you, you will feel richer than than ever, right? You will feel like you actually have the means because there is a sense of control over how your finances are spent. Saving money is making money, right? If I have a 5% interest and I find a way to lower it to 2%, I'm saving 3%. It may not sound like much, but it starts there, right? It starts there. Let's start actually taking some actions and moving some finances and moving the money where it belongs and see the results. And you build on that. Don't, oh, $2, $3 is not a lot. 2%, 3% is not a lot. No, it's a start. It may not be a lot, but it's a start and it's a step forward. That's how you have to keep looking at it, right? And then if you keep taking so many of these small steps, you'll be surprised. One day you look behind you and you're like, whoa, did I get this far? Right? So stay tuned. And again, thank you for watching the channel. And I hope that this information has been informative for you. Thank you guys and see you next time.